Look, I know that on my award show that we just had a couple days ago, this group got snubbed. They did. They ended up not getting nominated for Best Song by a Debuting Group. Look, I respect this group and I understand they have a lot of promise and I understand that they are very popular, especially with the youngins. I can't tell you how many middle schoolers I taught that were like, this group, do you listen to this group? What about this group? And I'm like, no, listen, I didn't like their songs. I'm just not a big fan of them. Fashion was not the best thing in the world, as I can say. Look, they just aren't for me, but that doesn't mean I can't keep shoving them in my face until one of their songs is better. We've done that with other groups, might as well do it with this one as well. This, of course, is Cortis with their song Redred or Redred. I'm guessing Redred, but I could be wrong about that. We're gonna go ahead and hop in though. If you like this video, click the like button. It's important. Heavy electronics, I'm okay with this. Remember, this is more of a hip hop group. Like the sound effects. I remember you being my favorite of the members. I wish the vocals were a little bit louder. Part of that was just drowned out by that synth. I do like this a lot more, but it's probably because the instrumental is being shoved in my ear holes so loud. Plus, I'm a fucking sucker for fast lyrics. What has been the big trend in K-pop over the last year? Do you remember from watching my show? It's fucking EDM, and this is filled with electronic. Very EDM. This could be their best song. I'm kind of vibing with it. I think because they went such a heavy electronic focus on this, it's much better than what we heard before. I like this going back and forth with the "that's red" part at the end. I like that you could clearly hear like a crowd of people chanting that if they were gonna do this in a concert. I'm also a sucker for EDM every now and then because you can scratch that video game music vibe that I like. I like it. Damn. I love how fast this goes. I love that you have a stretch of fast lyrics and you end on 2 syllables that are the same. Makes it very fun to follow along. What a fun song. That's real fun. And I think the main reason it's real fun is because it's so fucking electronic. Now, I do want to point out, while it's doing things, damn, we got a lot of time still left. I want to point out one thing. As you know, if you've watched me before, I don't speak Korean or Japanese or anything. I speak English. It's the only thing I can do. And one of the reasons that I've gotten asked this before, and I've told this story before, where why do you like K-pop if you don't speak Korean or understand Korean and stuff like that? And I think the reason that I've always come up with is because of the complexity of how the language can be sung throughout is really fun. For example, the very fast syllables and stuff. And yes, it comes off faster to me because my brain is like, oh, these words I don't understand, but it's very fun on the ears. That kind of shit is just kind of one of the things I really got into. Think about the reason why when I first got into K-pop, I got into Big Bang, and that's because of G-Dragon, who can go quite fast on the mic. And I'm like, this sounds fun on the ears. And in the end, that's what I'm looking for. Even though I can't particularly sing along with them, I still understand that this is a fun vibe to catch. And these kind of songs here, where you have a lot of different syllables happening, and then the very end, you have the same syllable, which means that if my brain's like, hey, Ddog, you can sing along to this if you really wanted to try hard enough. And that would make me want to listen to it more to try to understand how to pronounce the different phrases that are being said, the phrases that are not in English. And that way you can, it just, that replayability is there, which makes it fun, because once your brain gets that, you make the connections and you're like, fucking dopamine hit, baby. It feels good. So that's a long story short of me just saying, man, it's fun to listen to music in other languages besides the ones you speak, because then once you start to understand the connections besides the meaning behind it, and then also look up the meaning behind it, your brain is like, ooh, this is tasty. Let's keep listening to it. Now, when it comes to this group in particular, like I said, I don't really like a lot of their music. I don't think there's been a song that I've reacted majoritively positively to on the channel during all of year 4 when I've listened to them during their debut and everything. It just wasn't for me. I'm not a big fan of it. Now this I'm okay with. Best song we've listened to today. So I'm definitely gonna hit the like button on that, because once again, if you've just seen me, I hit the like button to put it on my my playlist, so that way I know to go back to it and listen to it more, because how else am I gonna be able to see if it's something that excites me? And also, like button always tells you, hey, I want more of this on YouTube, which means YouTube Roulette becomes a very fun thing. YouTube Roulette usually ends up being a positive experience, and it's because you have to like videos, engage with the product, I guess, engaged with the app, and then the app will spit out things that you enjoy as well. Long story short, fucking good song, dare I say. I mean, I like it better, and I think I like it better because it's less hip-hop, and that's probably why. You know, I've got biases. That's how it is. Reactbot, you have biases. How do you feel about the song?
This action will have consequences.
What action? The liking it? Yes, that was the whole point of my spiel there. The action of liking it, the consequence is that YouTube will feed you more fun shit. It makes sense.